And April is a Piemonte case month, which is great. And the Piemonte case is going to be delivered on the 22nd and 23rd. The tasting will be on the 24th. That's a Wednesday at 7 p.m, 24th of April. And it's a great case. I'll tell you a little bit about it in a minute. First of all, a little bit of bookkeeping. I don't mean that, housekeeping. I've got bookkeeping on my mind. So we've got the spring tasting, our spring tasting coming up on the 20th of March. There are still tickets available. If you're a member of the wine club, it's free. So if you can come down, please do. Just go online, remember to log on to the website, and then when you reserve your places, save yourself 25 quid, and you just reserve your places, and it'll come through with no charge, and it'll be fantastic. If you're not a member of the wine club and you're watching this, please go and buy a ticket. It's still 25 quid or 20, or they're 30 on the door. And we've got coming Ferrante from Cantina della Marzo, and he will have all of his glorious Greco di Truffo single vineyard bottlings with him. So you get to taste the Laure, the Ortale, the Serone. They're all fantastic. And actually the Annata's brilliant. Anyway, we also have Cantina del Mare's wines coming. So Piedi Rosso and Falanghina of the highest quality, all grown on Caldera. They're just fantastic. And then we've got Pianta Grossa coming, and I didn't mean that. Did I mean that? No, I didn't. I meant Planta Morra. We have Planta Morra coming, and their Primitivo Gioia di Collis are off the scale. They're fantastic. We haven't pushed them hard enough because we haven't needed to. They're just sold. Because they're beautiful and immaculate, and for me some of the best Primitivo that you're going to taste. Is fantastic wine. Also we've got Roberto and Asia who are back into London for the first time for 20 years. We've been buying wine from them that long. It's terrifying. And they'll have the Malvasia Ristriana, the Friulano, Athena, Yelka, even the red. So we've got the Merlot coming, or I think it's Merlot Cab from. Anyway, the Collio Rosso, which I don't usually buy, but we've brought some for the tasting, and if you'd like some, we will have a pre-shipping deal awaiting you. Anyway, to the point in hand, the wines of the Piemonte case. What are we putting in this time? It's ever so slightly Nebbiolo dominated this time. No little light Grignolino to start us off with this time. We're just going to crack in with a non-Piemontese wine, actually. It's just over the border. So you have Carema, and then the next village up is Donnas. And Donnas basically has 3 producers. We ship 2 of them. So we've got the Cave de Donnas in stock. If you're interested, fantastic wine. But this is Luciano's Pianta Grossa. And it's the Georgos, the Donnas. This is his top wine. Served in litre bottles, so you're going to get a litre bottle of this in your case, unless you're on the small samples, when you'll just get the normal sample size. It's brilliant wine. So grown on top, yes. So these high trellising systems on the side of the mountain, heading up towards the Aosta, towards Mont Blanc. Just great wine. You'll never have tasted it if you haven't had we do have Carema sometimes, but Carema and Donnas are extremely similar in nature. Great wine. Difference is that Donnas is still a bit of a bargain. Anyway, then we go up to the Alto Piemonte, where we've got Villagiarda's second ever Boca. I always enjoy Boca, and Villagiarda make very clean, very pure, excellent quality wine. And the Boca this is 2020 COVID vintage. Luckily, in this case, having 6 kids is extremely useful. I mean, the 2 girls wouldn't have helped much. They're just kids, very small kids. But the boys are all older, so he's almost got his own in-place workforce for the Boca vineyards. And the quality of these wines is astonishing. And it was a problem in lockdown years, because getting people to work with vineyards, and these were new vineyards. But the quality is magnificent. They're amongst the best. They're very much in Le Piane style. Just super clean, beautiful fruit, lovely clarity, excellent wine, very exciting wine. So I'll tell you more about it during the tasting, but the Boca's lovely. And then we go to Massimo Clerico, and this is his first ever release of a single vineyard Lessona from the Gaja vineyard. And Gaja Vineyards is recognised as one of the greatest vineyards in Lessona, 2015 vintage. So he's made it usual Massimo way, so just with extended aging, extended punch. Everything's a little bit extended, but it's the way he does it. And the style of the wine, it just works for him. They're very unique styled wines. They stand as a monolith, really, in Lessona, as something, an unchanged wine in a world of change. And it works. I'm very fond of the wine, actually. It really does work. And then we go to Lorella's wine. So we go to Antoniolo, maybe the greatest, for me, probably the greatest Gattinara of the lot. The Osso Grato, which is grown on a slope that's crazy slope. Volcanic soils, very difficult to make. And the Osso Grato 2018, it's just a great wine. Osso's always magnificent, but this one is it's just off the scale. Straight Nebbiolo, as it always is. They're all made the same way. Lorella's wines and the wines of Antoniolo. They're just astonishing quality. They always sell out straight away. They're all on allocation. Their cellar is absolutely empty. Just stock up, because there will be no wine in 2021. So we've got a massive void suit coming up from when the hail hit. So we're just making sure we've got enough wine to keep us going through a missing vintage. Very exciting stuff. And then we've got brand new wine from a firm called Gillardi. And Gillardi are, they're actually in Dogliani. And Dogliani is south to the main Barolo area, but they also have a little cellar because they bought vineyards in Barolo and around La Morra. So this is their commune wine, the La Morra wine. 2018 vintage. I was blown away by these wines. I thought I tasted them at Grandi Langhe, and they stood up as a very, very high level Barolo. I mean, super exciting wine. And there's not a huge amount of the 18 left. But I thought I'd show it to you because it's just so nice to get something with a bit more maturity on it. And La Morra gives you a delicacy, a finesse. I mean, in many ways, this is the classic Barolo. Because the next one, which I'm bringing you, is from Matteo Ascheri, and this is his Sorano. And the Sorano is a single vineyard wine from Serralunga. Serralunga is on the other side. It's on the eastern border of the Barolo district. And it's 2019 vintage. So 2019, hotter, more intense. It just suits. It suits the wines of Serralunga. And I felt the 18 actually quite suited the wines of La Morra. So you've got more finesse. So the La Morra is giving you great finesse, slightly ethereal quality. The Sorano is giving you power and not quite brute force, but it's going that way. It's a really lovely comparison. So this case, it's got a number of really nice, intriguing comparisons. You have the 18 Osso versus the 18 La Morra, just comparing two very, very fine Nebbiolos grown in different parts of Italy. Then you've got the La Morra versus the Serralunga, again, compare and contrast, two very, very different villages. Winemaking is not entirely dissimilar. Essentially, Nebbiolo seems to be coming into not a samey style, but an awful lot of producers are doing stainless steel fermentation, botte grandi aging, or cement fermentation, but the style of the actual winemaking. We're not seeing so many barriques kicking around now. We're seeing large barrel fermentation or large barrel aging and stainless steel for the fermentation and the malolactic. So very, very interesting. See what's going on. Really interesting comparison. And then of course you've got the Georgos 19 and the Boca 20. So we've got one of the COVID years in there. And the Gaja is just something totally different. That's just only Massimo comes up with a curveball like current vintage being the 2015. But why the hell not? If he's aged the wine for us, thank you very much, Massimo. Very kind of you. So, great wine coming up. It's a really lovely case, this one. If you want to taste your way through the many faces of Nebbiolo, this is just a great little tasting. So we've got the small bottle tasting packs. They're available on the website. Just go online, look up Piemonte home tasting. It'll come up. The 12 bottle, or sorry, get 12 bottles if you want, but it's a 6 bottle box. If you want the 6 bottle box and to turn up to the tasting, just go on, join the wine club. You get free entry to the tastings, and it's great fun. The Piemonte case comes out twice a year, and this one is a great case. Very much looking forward to seeing you. Any questions, so just drop me a line. You know where I am. Ben at bat.wine.uk. Bye.